Namaste, India, and good day to the world. Welcome to the world of the International Fab Talks. International Fab Talks is celebrating the World Day of the Boy Child. We would love to know more about the younger generation. What do they think? What do they want to share? How can they create awareness for all age groups? It's not that we only learn from adults. We should be ready to learn from the younger generation. And that's why we have with us young guests who are ready to share the time with us and create awareness. Join us, friends, to welcome our celebrity guest who's here with us. She's none other than Ojasvi Bhatt, joining us all the way from the lovely city, Pathankot. Hello, Ojasvi, and welcome to the session. Thank you so much for being here.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you so much, Ojasvi. Thank you very much. It's really nice to have you here. Thank you for taking out some time. I would like to thank your school management and your loved ones for giving you an opportunity to join us. Now, Ojasvi, many of our viewers would love to know which class are you in and from which school you belong to.
Ma'am, I am in 7th grade and I belong to St. Joseph's Senior Secondary School, Pathankot.
Wow, that's really nice. You know, Ojasvi, you have a lovely voice. You have a very soothing voice.
Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome, dear. Thank you so much. So, dear friends, we now have to go into the topic. We have to dive deep into the topic. Now, what's the topic? I have no idea. Ojasvi, over to you to begin the session on the World Day of the Boy Child.
So, ma'am, first of all, I firmly believe that both boys and girls are equal. But what's happening today is that girls are given more privileges, advantages, and importance than boys, which is wrong because boys and girls both have their own roles to play in the society, and the society will not be able to function properly if any of them is not there. The World Day of Boy Child is a great initiative because boys also need empowerment and affection, which this day provides them with. I'm sure many of the boys out there must have felt that they are overheard and girls are given more privileges, advantages than them, and girls are more worthy than them. But that's wrong. And this day will help them in making understand is that girls and boys are both equal. And there are many stereotypes in a society that should not have place. One of them is if a boy is crying, he is weak. And I think that this is very wrong because if a boy is crying, it doesn't mean that he is weak. It means that he needs emotional support from his parents, teachers, or loved one. Another stereotype is that boys should indulge only in physical and sports activity. That's wrong because when we don't let boys choose and they come in under peer pressure, this hampers their decision making ability and it will affect their all around development. Yes, that's the main motive of today's session that I have with Fab Talks.
Wow, that's interesting. And I really admire you for speaking it very correctly today. This is what we want to hear with regard to the World Day of the Boy Child. In what way can we help the boys across India and the world? As you've said, both are equally important. And if you find a little boy crying or a boy of any age, like a youngster crying, or maybe a middle-aged person or a senior citizen who is a male member crying, you should lend them emotional support. You should be able to support them emotionally and understand them. Because many of us have this, what you say, as you mentioned, stereotypes, right? Like we feel
Yes.
we have been taught or we have been trained to think like boys don't cry or they should not cry. I've heard this many times. Ladke nahi rote hain, boys should not cry. You are a boy and you are crying like a girl. I've heard this so many times, and this is completely wrong. I mean, we should give importance to the emotions of boys. I really like the way you put it in the right way, Ojasvi. This is what I was waiting for, someone to share it in the right way on the International Fab Talks with regard to the World Day of the Boy Child. You've done that justice today. Thank you so much. Now, I'd like to bring to your notice, before I enter into the next phase, do you have something else to share?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I think that there's a way to prevent these stereotypes from getting into the young minds of the next generation. It can be done by if a counselor in every school comes weekly and counsels every student. These types of stereotypes will vanish completely.
Oh, that's really nice. Thank you so much. You're a wonderful speaker. That's excellent. And you're well informed. What I would like to say, Ojasvi, you're well informed with regard to the topic and what you're sharing. You're quite aware of what you're sharing. That's really nice. I guess like We need many more girls like you to be more accepting, to break stereotypes, and to create a world of equality and justice everywhere. Ojasvi, in
Yes, ma'am.
traditional India, when we go deep into the traditional setup of India, that is deep into the villages, even in the city and urban areas, not to forget them as well, we do find some families favoring the girl child over the boy child, or vice versa, the boy child over the girl child. I love the way you said that all are equal. In order to have equality between the male child and the female child, what has one to do? Or what should we all do as human beings or citizens of India or the citizens of the world?
Ma'am, some small steps should be taken. Ma'am, none of them should be overheard. All of them should have the equal opportunities to express their views and thoughts. Ma'am, if some small steps are taken, it will lead to a great achievement in the point of social equality. Ma'am, for example, in schools also, teachers say that we will not hit the girls. Ma'am, this should not be the case. Either both girls and boys should not be beaten by the teachers, or both of them should be. Ma'am, some small steps should be taken.
You are an excellent speaker. My goodness, I'm really amazed the way you are speaking. I'm amazed. Hats off to you. That's wonderful. Excellent, excellent. My dear friends, have you seen Ojasvi? This is what we want all the girls and the boys of India and the world to be like this brave. Now, whatever question I'm shooting to Ojasvi, she's giving answers in such a beautiful way. She's well informed with regard to the things around her. We would love you also to grow up in the same way and to be very confident when you face the camera or face questions like these. Ojasvi, another question that I'd love to pose in front of you. What is the message that you have for all the boys in India who are in Pathankot and who are facing the war-like situation? In the recent last week, there was a lot of chaos going on in Pathankot and surrounding areas, but now there's a little bit of calm. Nevertheless, I would like you to give a message not only to the boys in particular, but also to the girls to stay strong and to face the situation bravely. What is your message during the wartime to everyone around the borders?
Ma'am, I feel I have trust in our army. Our defense system is so good that it will never let any harm come to their citizens. So there's no point in being scared of the terrorism or the threat that comes from the Pakistan. Ma'am, our military is good enough to protect their citizens.
That's really nice. So we have full faith in the Indian Army. That's really a beautiful way to raise, our spirits or keep our spirits, happy, or keep us in good spirits. Now, Ojasvi, what is the
Yes,
message
ma'am.
you have for the Indian Army and the military forces?
I'd like to thank the Indian Army and the defense system for protecting us, ma'am, because whenever we are in our homes and the bombs are blasting, we get scared. But those who are at the borders and those who have sacrificed their lives for us, so just that we can sleep peacefully. Ma'am, hats off to them and a huge salute to them.
Excellent. That's really nice. Would you like to give a message to our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji?
Ma'am, he is good enough. He is the best. In my opinion, he is the best. One of the best prime minister that India has ever had. He has made India develop so quickly. We are now the fourth largest economy. I'd like to thank him also for the hard work that he has put in making India number one.
Wow, that's really nice. I really like the way you put that. You have a lot of respect for the Indian Army, the military forces, and of course, for our Prime Minister and for all the people in India. And if I go deeper, I'm sure you have a wonderful thought process for the entire world. Now, you see, Ojasvi, there will be many people who will not only watch it in India, this particular video and interview, they will watch it beyond borders as well, right? Across the world. What is the message to all the people in the world? What's the final message that you have to share today on the World Day of the Boy Child on the International Fab Talk platform?
Ma'am, everyone, parents, teachers, family, and friends should try to create an environment where both girls and boys can speak freely about their problems to their parents, whether they're teachers or anyone. There should be an environment where no one is hesitant to talk about their problems. If we are if we succeed in creating such an environment, our world will be not less than in heaven.
Wow, that's wonderful. Our world will be not less than heaven if all of us work together, treat each other with love, respect, and dignity, and maintain all the proper rules and regulations to be followed and uphold humanity. Humanity comes first, right? That's really nice, Ojasvi. I would love to have you once more on my talk show. It's really a pleasure to have spoken to you. This is what I'm looking for. People like you to share your thoughts and views. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you, your family members, to your entire school, and to Pathankot, and to India and the world at large. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, may I just tell a last quote? I really find this quote super beautiful. Ma'am, when we nurture the young minds of boys, guide their hearts, and protect their rights, we don't just uplift boys, we uplift humanity. Ma'am, I feel that it's a wonderful quote and we should follow it.
Very right on that. You're excellently sharing all of it. It's really nice. Thank you so much. You've rightly shared that. More power to you. You are a blessing to the universe, is all that I can say.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. My dear friends, do share this video and watch it first and then share it with others. Share it with many people such that they get to know how one should communicate their thoughts, how one should overcome their fears, how one should be able to share what they have been observing around. You should be well informed, you should be a good observer, and above all, you should be a good communicator. You should know how to communicate your thoughts and views. You could learn it from Ojasvi Bhatt. She's done justice to it on the platform called as the International Fab Talks. We are celebrating the World Day of the Boy Child, and she has focused and put a lot of important points across the table to make us understand how we should protect our boy children. Not to forget the girls as well. Give them equal opportunities, love and respect. Thank you so much, Ojasvi, once more. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, dear. So, dear friends, with this, we'd like to sign off now from the International Fab Talks. If you love what we are doing, supporting and growing together, making a space not only for the adults, but also for the younger generation. Fab Talks is all about connecting with all age groups from all geographical locations, irrespective of gender. We talk on all different topics under the sun, except for politics and religion. We are able to speak and have dialogues and conversations on the International Fab Talks. If you like what we are doing, support us, like, comment, subscribe, and share to the International Fab Talks. Above all, prioritize peace, justice, and don't forget to be a good communicator, just like Ojasvi Bhatt. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. My dear friends, with this, we'd like to come to an end now to the world of the International Fab Talks. Thank you so much for being a part of our journey. With this, we'd like to sign off now from the International Fab Talks. Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you like what Ojasvi has just shared with us. Be a part of change, be a part of transformation, create awareness, and make this world a beautiful place. It's a gift. Life is a gift. It's a one-time gift. Let's live it to the fullest. Stay blessed and stay connected. Signing off.